I'm always losing my purse. In fact, my husband goes to me, it's not funny anymore. I said, I don't do it to be funny, I do it because I've lost my purse. Anyway, I was parking the car one day and I didn't realise putting the money in the meter and whatever. Got back in the car after I'd been to the hairdressers, got home, no purse there. I thought, oh no, I've lost my purse. And you know how you have all your pictures in it, your credit card, your driving licence, everything. I thought, oh, that's it now, I'm going to have to ring everyone, cancel everything. And about an hour later, someone knocked on the door. A woman had found my purse on the parking meter in Essex Road and brought it round to my house. My address was on my driving licence, so she brought it round. In the pouring rain, just knocked on the door and said, I found this, I think it's yours. I tried to give her some money, tried to reward her, she wouldn't take any money, and so I dropped her home in the car. But if she's watching, thank you very much for bringing back my purse. It was very kind.
Lovely. Really nice.
It's so life-affirming stories like that, isn't it? Because I hate that some people see kindness as weakness. Because I think it's an enormous strength to be kind, and I think that when you give kindness, you get more of it back. It's actually, I mean, there are studies proving that it's actually good for your health.
Yeah, absolutely.
It releases oxytocin. You know, remember that lovely one you get just when you first go into labour, oxytocin?
No, I don't remember anything lovely about labour.
In your own body. And it makes you feel really, and it makes you feel good. You know, I've spoken before on the show about Mark being in AA, has been in AA for the last 15 years. So proud of him. But one of the things within recovery is, for anyone with any kind of addictions, is to be in service of others. So to do some act of kindness on a regular basis without ever telling them.
Oh, that's lovely.
And I think that that's really interesting, that's used in a programme of recovery, because it's so good for you to just do something without... And he does all sorts of things, like there was a friend of his who had all kinds of tax issues, and the letter came to our office. It was somebody that worked for him, and he paid for it. Mark paid it, and he never told him. He just did it. And every day, like, I mean, I do it quite often for him. Well, like, if I buy 2 cakes, one for him, one for me, I eat both of them. So that I can look after his arteries.
Nadia, you're so kind.
I'm kind. I'm kind.
Good. I think there are more kind people in the world than unkind. I mean, it's great that we acknowledge it and appreciate it, but I mean, I have to say, I live in Glasgow and I find it to be a very kind city. You know, and it's great to hear these stories. But you know, I think a lot of people are more kind than unkind. But I did have one incredible one. This was years ago. I was a student and I was in France. Long story, but anyway, me and my friend completely didn't know where we were, we'd no money, we'd been run out of this campsite, ridiculous situation, trudging along the road, and this guy stopped, rather hot young French guy, I have to say, and said, do you want a lift? Now, obviously, not sensible to do it. We're in the car. Anyway, he takes us to this farmhouse where his family live, and we had about 4 generations. It was like an advert for French yogurt. You know, you see it on the television. And there was like 20 people seated around. They gave us dinner. They gave us a bed for the night, a room. We had a shower. The next day, took us to the train station, and gave us money. And put us on our way on a train.
And that was it?
And that was it.
Oh,
you know,
were you really disappointed it didn't go for a snog?
Well, and also, to be interesting, you know, 2 daughters, you'd say to them, don't you ever do that. Which is the right thing to say, but of course, sometimes you might miss out on acts of kindness.
But that's what I meant to say very badly. I think there are more kind people than unkind people, and I think sometimes we're too suspicious of people nowadays.
Well, do you know, I had one recently, and it wasn't necessarily somebody doing something for me that I needed. It was something that came completely out of the blue, and if she's watching at home, I know she'll be bright red. I don't know this lovely girl, but I could tell just by the brief second that I met her, she'll be blushing like mad now. I was on my train, on the train, on the way home, sitting minding my own business, headphones on, all this. And as she got off the train, she just said, excuse me, and handed me a note. Oh, OK. And got off the train. And when I read it, that was it. She said, I just wanted to say I love Loose Women, I watch, and basically she'd been going through a bit of a difficult time. She loved the show, and just wanted to say, I hope you don't mind this random note on a train. And it made me feel so good to think that obviously what we do makes a difference to someone, and that she said lovely things. So there we go, her name is Jane. So thank you, Jane, you made my day. Lovely.